Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a tier 8 game in my Haida. Going over the matchmaking, bunch of fat boats, destroyer wise. Got Z23 Kagero, Jervis, Anshan. Cruiser wise, no radar, so that's always nice. Um, this is actually really good matchmaking for this ship. And the purpose of this video is I want to talk about the smoke because we end up in a DD furball in the initial engagement. And the smoke on this destroyer lets me just abuse the ever-loving shit out of the enemy DDs. And it's absolutely filthy and disgusting, and I love it, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So my plan is, I basically, anytime it's a standard battle on this map, it usually devolves into a lemming train by the team. So I want to know, are they going north, they going south? Maybe they're splitting, who the hell knows? But I won't know until I get up there in their face and have a look for myself. I've got a Haida here. This guy, he makes a little bit of a misplay. I use it to my advantage. The misplay is he's got massive um, spotting range compared to me. Why be detected early? Let me do the spotting. I'll spot everything except the Kagero in advance, and then we can shoot from basically concealment and surprise him. Instead, he's going to get surprised, and it's going to. I'm still playing with an open mic. I can hear Moana in the background, but he gets spotted by the Jervis. He's got all sorts of stuff in his face. Kagero's actually a high priority target for me because of that ship's concealment. Now, I've popped my smoke screen. I've popped my hydro. I popped just outside my smoke, and I'm just taking a look around. Okay, who's shooting? Okay, we've got a New Orleans there. Okay. All right, well, I'm gonna take another hop forward. Okay, there's the New Orleans again, and when I do this, that's giving battleships an opportunity to shoot this guy. He gets undetected, so I take a shot just as I cross into this smoke screen, and I'm running through this smoke screen. I've got hydro on, so torps aren't a risk. Okay, we've got an Anshan. Okay, I'm gonna slam on the brakes. Okay, Mr. Anshan. Make sure I'm torp safe. Just get some nice big hits on this guy. He's starting to smoke up. We've got torpedoes everywhere. I love hydro. Okay, well, I'm just gonna stop right here. All the torps still going around me. Let the smoke envelop me again. And you can just see just how punishing this is. I've done 10k destroyer damage on a furball. I've taken no damage. This is disgusting. And with this smoke, I have the ability to instantly control vision for me. I'm spotting for my team, and I'm just deciding here. Do I want to shoot this guy? Do I want to, what do I want to do? Okay, I'm just gonna throw some torps out. We got a DD isolated. Let's go kill him. And this is what I'm talking about, where it's that whole smoke screen is insanely powerful if you use it with a brain. I see the Haidas that I do see, they only use a part of it. Uh, you'll see them like racing around the map doing other shit, and they just like bail out. You know, they either get too deep and they're unable to where they basically have to run away, or they end up only using part of the smoke screen. And I don't have superintendent on this boat. It's probably something that I'm going to get with my 17th point. I wanted to get the gun reload down a bit. Um, Wanted adrenaline rush, things like that, increase the general DPM on the boat. And this is a fun little boat. You wouldn't think that I'd be able to make this turn. Yeah, Haida things. Mm-hmm. This thing practically turns on itself. Rubbin's racing, you didn't see that. So I'm just taking a look right now. I've got kind of a lemming train that's starting to form up down here in between these islands. For some reason, battleships like to sail between the islands. Hell if I know why. But who am I to complain about guys needing farmed? Trying not to get torped by this Alba. Kind of thought this Baron would turn out more. But he's distracted right now, so I'm just going to start shooting. There's no need for me to smoke up right now. Unfortunately, Haida gets the fire I was looking for on the superstructure. But the alpha on these guns is pretty solid. I'm contemplating IFHE just to kind of increase the raw HE alpha damage, just because the alpha is so high. I think it's 1900 off the top of my head. I think those torps are probably going to run out of range. But just going to keep closing in. And what I'm looking at that I don't like, my team's kind of opened up a seam right in the middle of the map. We've got a Colorado of all things, shoving his fat ass right through the middle of the map. And, we're going to have to do something about that. But in the meantime, we've got these guys wanting to come out and play. This ship does have a fairly quick reload on the torps. The torps are only 8 kilometers, but, at tier 7, with this kind of gun power, you're kind of into, it's there for balancing because this ship is very strong at tier 7 and actually maintains a lot of that strength over, well, it's even up tiered. I mean, I would feel alright playing this ship in a tier 10 battle. And this is without a 19-point captain. That's just going to make the boat that much stronger. So just going to drop my torps there. I think that guy's going to turn in. And when he completes his turn, going to accelerate a little bit. And I'm basically just stalking this Normandy. I want to wait till this guy shoots. And then I'm going to light him up. That gives my torps a little bit of time to run. So it looks like, I wasn't where I was. Shoot, shoot, shoot. He's shooting, so am I. Now, this is one area where the boat is weak, where you're dealing with battleships that don't have a lot of superstructure. you've got shit fire chance. You know, this is kind of a pain in the ass for you to deal with. I know this guy's getting ready to shoot me, so just gonna smoke up. Haha. And just, creeping along. Finally got a fire. Got the second fire. And you can see I'm just actually got 3 fires on that guy right now. Didn't know that until right now. You can see just the little games you can play with a little bit of throttle control. Right here, I'm just going to park here and just keep shooting this guy. I really want this guy to repair so I get another shot at, further fires on him. But he's just tanking. The bad part is he's headed away, and my team's all dying up there, so he's going to get away, and he's going to be able to heal back a lot of this. So, while this damage looks good, it's not what I would consider useful damage. The useful damage I had was earlier in the game, where I pretty much wrecked a couple destroyers and now at this point I'm watching the Colorado on the mini-map, and I gotta go deal with that guy. For some reason, I've still got 2 damn battleships down in this corner of the map. What the hell they're doing there, nobody knows. But they basically are giving the enemy the rest of the map, and it's making our job, or my job, difficult. So you know things are fucking screwy when a Colorado's threatening to cap you out. So Colorado's turning into me, and I just want to close the distance quickly with him, so I'm just turning bow in. I see he's going to shoot at me. I'm just going to bait his turn a little bit, see if he's going to turn. Looks like he's not. So just going in there and just going to finish this guy off. Number 2 loves it when I'm brawling. So that's him in the background. Dead fat boats. Now coming up here, I know that there's a Kagero likely in front of this Normandy. Um, and you're seeing, the issue with our battleships. They're still not even in a useful part of the map, and they still didn't kill this damn New Orleans. That New Orleans is goddamn MVP dragging that many ships off to the corner. Kagero's up for some reason. He's not running full concealment. I'm a dumbass. Should have AP loaded. Honestly, that cost me a substantial amount. I don't want to take the hit, so just gonna smoke up. I'm just staying angled. I expect this Kagero to torp me. So I'm backing up max speed. It keeps my smoke screen in front of me. So it also creates the illusion that I may not actually be going backwards. I may still be in the smoke. And I'd be able to spot that way. Um, Honestly, should have probably held on to those torps. That guy had been derping around all game. I thought that there was a strong probability that he was just going to try to derp around that island. But at this stage, my Alba's dead. Um, just trying to see if I can spot this Kagero again. And I'm just waiting for my torps to be back up on reload. Spot Kagero. We get a quick spot on a battleship coming around the corner. And right now I know I'm in trouble. I've got, a Queen Elizabeth on one flank. I've got a Normandy on the other. And 20 seconds for my torp reload. And I'm out of smokes. I don't want this Queen Elizabeth to shoot me because that will kill me. And I'm just trying to buy time to try to get these torps off. I know this Normandy knows I'm coming. He's broadside on. I've got torps. Just gonna try to juke it. Saturation. But he did a good play. Stagger firing his guns like that. I thought he had fired them all. He still had a gun, and when I turned out, he got a better look at me and was able to finish me off. Yeah, I know. It sucks when daddy dies, buddy. And we get to watch this guy who, you know, probably a bot. And that's the game. So, game number 2 in Haida. She's already shaping up to be a pretty strong boat, 84k. Only 1,000 base XP. There's no caps or anything for XP or anything like that. Um, that Kagero had a pretty good game. But you can see just the amount of DDs that I fought, and during that entire time, hardly took any damage at all from any of those destroyers due to the smoke. And that has me looking forward to a Commonwealth destroyer line. If Wargaming ever gets around to releasing it, it looks like that could be very interesting, even if they're reusing some existing models in the game. Um, that smoke creates a lot of unique opportunities that I had talked about in my previous video, and this video just going to drive home some of the different plays that I was making that pretty much gave me an immunity cloak to any sort of, targeted damage against my boat. So anyway, hope you guys like the video. Um, Let me know what kind of ships you guys would like to see in the future. I'm in the middle of trying to sort out what I'm going to start playing next. And hope you guys are having a good night. I'll talk to you later.